First of all, I'm sorry because I wasn't here for like, I don't know, I guess it was a week or something since I last uploaded. But today I was planning to do a review about the Seven Deadly Sins. It's a really interesting show for me. I found out that it would be much like so much predictable to actually make a review. Not to make a review. The things that I would make that I would say in the review would not be like much interesting as I think as it would like for this show that I watched like that I began watching yesterday and I finished this morning and now it's like it's 9 a.m. It's 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. and I'm actually recording this video. Uh, it's probably not a big deal to actually talk about a romance show in a channel that I began with videos of The Binding of Isaac. So I guess the Bed Wars video is not coming, and today I'm actually doing a review about a romance show. Who would have guessed? You know, it's such an unpredictable thing, by the way. Okay, sorry for my appearance. I know I'm ugly, but you know, you gotta support it. You gotta stand it a little bit. So yeah. So if you don't know the show already, it's a show about Maccabee. That when he was a child, probably 8 year old, as I think. So let's just think about it a little bit. Maccabee, he's like at the second year in college, at high school, and as you would think, he's probably 16. And he said that the scenes that happens with him with Abigaiki was 8 years ago. So I would actually conclude that he was 8 year old when he done that when he got rejected. Sorry, I spoiled the thing for you. So as we said, he was loving a girl called Adagaki, and when he tried to introduce himself and like try to go for a date when 8 year old, you know, that's kind of sus actually. Right? So she did not only like rejected him and stuff, she also despised him and called him a pig's foot, and that really like made hate and stuff and like really bad stuff on the hero, which is Maccabee. So from that day, he was trying to improve his appearance and try to make her fall in love with him, just to make her fall in love with him, just to reject her as she rejected him. That's not like a really bad story, to be honest. Like, it was really interesting for me when I heard it, and I was like, I went straight away and went to watch it. I actually just really advise you to do that. Like, there is a lot of guest scenes. You would actually skip those, you know, because you're probably under 18, you know. I'm under 18 too. So, as I said, it's like a 12 episode show. It's like it wouldn't take more than 4 hours and a half. And that's, by the way, that's not a lot. That's not actually a lot. So, as I said, the show is about this guy, which is Maccabee, and he got rejected, and he wants to reject her as she rejected him by improving his appearance. So first of all, you see the idea that like he cared a lot about appearance just because of the thing that happened to him when he was 8 year old. Not necessarily 8 year old, but 8 years ago from the scenes that were in the thing, you know, in the show. So as we say, uh, yeah, you see the idea. You might say that the idea is like not to care so much about the appearance and stuff, but you see that Adakagi, after a little bit, actually says that he was cute. So you might say that the idea was actually about like not caring about the appearance, and what's important is the personality, and is their personality. But as it goes, it's a little bit different that you might think. It's not as good. It's not as it goes, because already she was thinking about him being cute, but the idea is actually spat out in an episode, in episode 8, and scene with Fujinumi. Fujinum Fujin oh my god, Fujinomiya, when the scene with Fujinomiya. So first of all, the thing that I would actually say first is the characters, and one of the things that I see that are like really important in a show, especially in a shonen, nah, not in a shonen, in a shoujo show like this, is character introduction. So let's begin with Makabe. Makabe is introduced, of course, with the beginning of the episode. It's the first thing that you actually see. You see a guy just like flexing his muscles and his abdos and stuff, like flexing his muscles and stuff, and like having a flashback about the thing that happened to him 8 years ago. It's he's the main character, so you wouldn't actually expect a really 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 cool introduction as he's the first thing that you actually see. But he's a pretty like let's say solid, splendid character as like overall in a show like this. He's not like the guy that like always runs around for girls as his plan to get revenge. He rejected two girls just to get his revenge, or probably not really his revenge because he was like the thing got a lot of the rail. It's like a basic story. It's like a basic story that does not go in a straight line. It goes like a tree. It has branches and stuff. Like it does not go in a like straight line just as planned and then it ended like with a revenge or something. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. This season ended with him not taking his revenge, having the best chance that you would have actually imagined, and not utilizing it. Probably even forgetting about that he's actually already here just for revenge. So let's get to the second character, which is Abigaiki. As they say, a cruel person, a cruel princess. She's a monster, dude. Like even that much when you tell me that I should like love her or something. No, it's not like the author even tries to make her like to make us like love her or something when they show the kid actually trying to not assassinate her just to cut her hair. It's important for girls. You don't understand this stuff. I also don't understand it, but let's say we don't understand it. It's girl stuff like cutting her like hair that she's doing for appearance and stuff. Also he gives us like a lot of flashbacks, like to actually think of her and like that she's a good person and stuff. She's not a good person. Rejecting it, like even like let's say that that's not only a polite thing for a lot of people, but rejecting them when you're alone, it's not that bad. But in front of everyone and giving him ridiculously bad nickname is a very bad thing, is a very despising thing. And she's the main character. She's the character that he wants to get revenge on. I mean, at least at the ending, he got a little bit, Sharing food with you is probably like, a thing that is pretty precious from the cruel princess, Especially that she is like a glutton, especially that she is a glutton, actually. So let's go to the third character, which is my favorite character in the entire show, but she was actually a little bit used as fan service. But we ignore those, like they're just like 5 seconds that you can actually skip and okay. This character is very interesting. Her personality is very like weird and also interesting at the same time. So that's why I say that she's my favorite character in the show. It's not like I like her or something. It's just it's a very interesting character in an anime like this. So as we go, we actually talk about the scene that probably made a lot of like fans really upset about it. Like episode 4 of Masamune Kun No Revenge. It all went well. It all went enjoying actually. The character development and stuff like it was very interesting. That the Adagaki actually realizing that she actually cares about Makabe, even without realizing he's the same chubby child that she actually met 8 years ago. It's not something that like really despising. The last minutes, a character comes out of fucking nowhere and hugs the Makabe, hugs the hero. Why? Like when you see this show for the first time and you see this character, you're like, what the fuck is this? It's like, no, that's not right. No, in front of are you fucking serious? Like, come on. But So this character actually has an impact in the thing, and all, and she even like goes to the school for only for the hero Makabe, and as she calls him Masamune-san. Let's say she is a suspiciously very kind person, even to a person like Makabe. But I didn't really care about that. It wasn't actually something. It wasn't actually something that I would like really be interested in. But it's actually something that I would maybe let's say care about already. So she has a character development. She has a really weird character development and stuff. Especially like as I said, it's especially kind, and then even Makabe realizes it that like she's somewhat kind, but like it's not in the way that someone would be kind of like he said that you don't even like me, and the fact that she actually like tried to approach him just because of her randomly picking up photos and finding his photo and trying to go with him. And also she had like a kind of wedding or something, like you know, the child wedding that you do actually with your cousin and stuff. She had some kind of that with the Makabe before. Let's say she's a really interesting character. So for me at least, I see that the main characters are like the face of the show. So if they are good, the show is probably going to be good. If they're interesting, yeah, the show is going to be interesting. But also the story is pretty like, you know, not only intense but makes you just like want to go with it. First of all, you go with the fact that he wants to revenge. It comes like you predict that, oh, he's just going to be like trying to approach her, and then trying to revenge and trying to make her like try to kiss him or something. So it's it's very weird actually. Like it sometimes it goes in some way that it's not really as predicted. This is the thing interesting about this show. That's why I always say to you all to watch this show. It's 12 episodes. It's nice. It's cozy. So as I said, this is the end of the video. As a ranking for this show, I would say a like let's say a 7 out of 10 for a romance show. Maybe even if I say romance in general, it's a 10 out of 10. It's like it's a really interesting romance show. I want to actually just like watch a show about like two loving each other and then doing stuff like Ori Monica. Well, this is the end of the video. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.